Hey girl. Hello Gemini, how are you doing? My name is SimplyVelca and I'm going to be doing your weekly love reading for this week between you and your person. Now we're going to just deep dive into the energies of what's going on and so on and so forth, but if you are interested and you do enjoy my reading style, I do your weekly general readings each week on my channel, which I'll put a link up to your latest one over here. Now when it comes to my readings, I always ask the individual to rely on your intuition. That is because I could be speaking in terms of a specific kind of scenario, how it plays out, but you know how things are playing out for you and your person. If the energies and the roles are reversed, hold yourself accountable. The only way for this reading to truly help you and be of resonance is if you hold yourself accountable and you take what resonates, right? Let me know in the comments below, not the cards below, how this reading resonates with you, if it does, because that's like, I enjoy hearing y'all's feedback and I enjoy being able to be up to date in y'all's lives and just hear the progression of y'all's current situation. If you do enjoy this reading as well, I would love for you to give me a like and subscribe because it does help out my channel a lot, and I always am super appreciative when you take the time to do that for me. So yeah, I'm pulling some more clarifiers, but I'll get into the energies as I continue doing that for you guys, Gemini. On your side of things, you have the Queen of Earth. So right now, I feel like you're just going through a lot right now. I don't know if this connection is specifically on your mind, but we'll see with the clarifiers. This could change up the message entirely. On their side of things, they have the Seven of Fire, where they kind of are taking a stand on something. They kind of are being stubborn in some type of way. And with those cards, I can kind of tell. It's almost like, for you, Gemini, well, let me not get ahead of myself. And then the energy between you guys is the Six of Fire. So forward movement. I do movement in some type of way. I do, always when it comes to the energy between you guys, it's more so heavily weighed towards you guys more than the other person. But yeah, let's get into this. With the clarifiers for the Queen of Earth for you, right? I did say that I feel like you're dealing with a lot of stresses, even just outside of this situation. Because the clarifiers I pulled for you were the Four of Swords, Ten of Swords, and then the Six of Cups in the reverse. So, and this is the thing, I feel like when this connection, I feel like this is like a connection with someone, this is telling me like a storyline of two people who were talking and who were really close at one point, but then all of a sudden there stopped being communication, there stopped being some type of connection. It's almost just like one day, just like overnight, something shifted between you and your person, and it just was kind of like radio silence, or just like not nearly as affectionate as before. And I feel like this has kind of been a common theme for you for a while, Gemini, where it's just like, in terms of this connection, I feel like you've been extremely in your head about it, and it's kind of been taking you for a loop of emotions, and it's kind of been like a mind twist for you as well. I wanted to say the other word, but I can't cuss right now, right? Ten of Swords is talking about, in terms of this connection. I feel like, as dramatic as it sounds, these 10 swords were placed by this person. But the weird thing about it is, I don't feel like these swords pierced new holes. Does that make sense? It probably doesn't. This is kind of like where intuition is coming in for me, where it's like this person, this pain is very real. Those 10 swords are very real. But I feel like those wounds were already existing beforehand, and so it's very easy for these swords to be intentionally or unintentionally be placed inside of you. Does that make sense? Where it's just like, you already had this traumas of abandonment issues. You already had issues regarding people of authority, whatever those issues are, that's being triggered by this other person. By this person, I feel like they were already pre-existing. And I feel like it's because of this awareness of it, where it's been like a healing process with you. It's almost like, even if you guys haven't been connecting for a while, you've been growing from this connection just from on your side of things, because it's really just giving you a whole perspective on this. Six of Cups is kind of like one of those things where it's just like, okay, I appreciate this healing process. I appreciate the lessons that this connection has brought me, but I'm ready for something more. I'm ready for us to reconcile again, right? I did pull the reconciliation card for you guys. I do feel like there's a sense of reconciliation for some of you guys. you just want things of how they used to be almost, but I don't know what's going on between you guys that's stopping it. Seven of Fire on their side of things. Now, the clarifiers I pulled for them were the Death card, the Emperor card, and the Queen of Coins. Now it's starting to make a little bit more sense of what's going on in this connection. It's almost like you don't want to let go of this connection, but like on their side of things, it's like you guys are just, like, it's almost like you guys are functioning off of completely different pages. It's almost like this person doesn't realize like you want some type of commitment with them, or that you see them even in like a romantic way almost. And so it's like, yeah, it's almost like I feel like they're not aware of this connection, or like they're not aware how, like, you know, if there was like a past connection, maybe they're just not aware of like how deeply you felt towards this connection. And so like when there was like some disconnection and silence, they're not aware of how much that impacted you almost, maybe. Because for them, with this Emperor card and the Queen of Coins, and all three of these cards, it's letting me know like they're kind of just like focused on their own thing right now. They're kind of self-involved. And when I say self-involved, I don't mean it's a bad thing, but I feel like they're just going with like, they're just focusing on their lives. And this kind of is like an energy of someone that's just not really thinking about things in terms of like an actual relationship. This could just be like they're functioning off of just having like flings, or just going with what feels good to them in that moment sort of thing. But I don't know. The energy between you guys, Six of Fire. So this is interesting because with the clarifiers, it's almost like a shift in perspective entirely in this message, because with the Six of Pentacles coming in, with the Judgment card in the reverse and the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, this is almost telling me a story where it's just like, through someone getting this realization, and I say someone, I say it's like through your realization, Gemini, of realizing that your person's kind of just not searching for a deep connection right now. I feel like you're kind of like moving on almost. You're moving on from the situation because you're realizing like before you were maybe feeling like resentful because it's like you've been investing a bunch of energy into this person and just feels like it's not been an equal give and take for you. It's like once you finally put things in perspective, you're just like, you know what, I'm done. And you just wash your hands clean of it because you're just like, this person's doing their own thing. Like, I'm gonna, like, if they don't want this from me, I'm not gonna make it happen. So let's pull a card going into like what's the future looking like for love for you. Two of Air for you in the Hermit card. So, okay, Gemini, this is where I'm going to be blunt here. I do feel like for a heavy amount of you guys, Gemini, I feel like, and I know this is like a relationship reading, but I do feel like you're being pushed to take a moment when it comes to like this connection. If you do choose to move on from this connection, I think it's time for you. This is going to be a two-part message. If you don't want to move on from this connection, I feel like you still need to do some like self-work or just focus on yourself right now while they do their own thing. Because I feel like they're just like, maybe they're just dealing with some stuff right now. Maybe like they're just focusing on like their career, focusing on something, just focusing on something else, just not relationship wise. But I'm not getting like an energy where it's like they don't want anything to do with you necessarily. I just think their focus is just on other things currently. So with this Two of Air and the Hermit card coming in, I do feel like, I'm not going to lie, a lot of you guys in Gemini are going to be stuck on this person for a while. So I guess I'll just stick with this. Where it's just like right now you're being called to just focus on yourself. It's like if you don't want to move on from this person and go into new love, because that's kind of like the resistance that just happened when I tried to pull new cards. Like there's such a heavy resistance, and there's been for your readings and throughout your loved ones and your weekly ones, Gemini, there's like you've been resisting letting go of this connection. Like you want this connection, you know what you want, and like you're almost insistent on there being a reconciliation. But right now you're being asked to do the Hermit, like have the Hermit card right now. You're being asked to do some more self-discovery, either whether it's pertaining to the sword wounds that I talked about before, or just focusing on yourself, focusing on your abundance right now. Seven of Water is coming in on their side of things. They just, yeah, they have a lot going on. Now, I almost feel like, I don't even feel like usually when I see like a lot going on in terms of like something bad, I would see like some air cards or swords or tower cards and stuff like that. But with how their spread is, it's almost like, and this is very much so reminiscent of like past love readings with this person, where it's just like, I do really just feel like they have a lot going on, like in terms of like blessings. Like they're more so focusing on their foundational energy and building up their career, building up their finances. So at a later point, when they're ready for love, then they'll pursue this, right? But right now, I just don't think they're thinking in terms of love right now. I don't think they're thinking in that kind of way. And maybe emotions are running high. I feel like, yeah, I don't feel like they're aware of your emotions, Gemini. I really don't feel like they're aware of how much this disconnect is like impacting you, or how much like they're not feeding into this connection is impacting you. So maybe on your end, maybe you need to just let them know, right? Be bold and make the first move, cardinal moon. Maybe you do have to make your intentions be known and be like, hey, like at this point, like I understand like you're doing your own thing right now, you're focusing on your blessings, you're focusing on whatever, but like this is impacting me, right? Even if you're not like, that's the thing, but you want to communicate without the expectation of them making a change in their lives, right? You want to just communicate with the intent of just having a better understanding of everything, and just really have just like a release of emotions. I feel like you've been like there's like a lot of pent up emotions, a lot of things that are not being said on your end of things. Like you're not vocalizing how things are hurting you, and it's going to get to a point where things boil over, or like resentment happens with this person, and then it just fizzles out. So yeah, Gemini, that's the reading that I have for you. Hopefully this was helpful. Again, let me know in the comments below how this reading pertains to you. This is really such an interesting reading, and like, yeah, you guys, Gemini, do not want to let this person go. So you guys definitely see something in them that you see going the long, being able to like go the long haul with them. So yeah, I trust your decision. I trust your intuition. But until next time, Gemini, I love you so much. Thank you for allowing me to do this. Remember to give me a like and subscribe if you did enjoy this. But until next time, bye.